Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of the Storm Report Live. We are presented by the Pharmacy in Bennington and Manchester, JC Tractor, the Bennington Rescue Squad, King's Bread, and Ramontos North Adams. Tonight we have cornerback wide receiver Mickey Bernard and Deonte. Excuse me. Deonte with us today. Mickey is a third-year player, and Deonte is joining the team for the first time this year. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
So I wanted to, get a chance to have you guys on and kind of get a chance for everyone to kind of know who you are and what you're about, and kind of talk about the upcoming season. So with that, I'm going to start with right with Mickey. What's up, Mickey?
Not much, really. Living life right now.
That's great. So first of all, where did you grow up?
I grew up right here in Bennington. That's where I'm from. Lived here my whole life, really, and yeah.
Now, where did you play high school ball?
Right here locally, Mount Anthony.
When did you start playing? Was it middle school age or was it like
seventh grade year?
Yeah. So when did you start playing football? Was it Maya or was it middle school?
My first official year was seventh grade. Yeah, middle school.
Oh, nice, excellent. So when you first started, what position did you play right off the bat?
Receiver.
Receiver.
Yeah.
Now you've also spent some time at corner. Everything being equal, which would you prefer playing?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, I like catching the ball and stuff, and having the ball in my hands, but
yep.
I like being on defense too. I like hitting a little bit. So
sure.
That's a tough one for sure.
Yeah. So as you said, you started around middle school age. Looking back on it, going through middle school and high school, was there a game or a moment that you look back on quite often?
Oof. I have to say my senior year, I had a good hit against. I don't remember who it was, but one of my old coaches like to say he jumped into the hit, but I lifted him up off the ground and slammed him into the ground. And he says if you watch the film, he jumps into it, but I like to think I did it. So
well, the way I see it, I watched that today. I give you more credit than maybe your other coach does. So I think it was a good job, well done. Just a note, I'm sorry, it's Deonte Young. I'm sorry, I had a hard time for whatever reason remembering his last name. My apologies. Growing up, was there a coach or player that you looked up to? You still there, Mickey? Mickey, there?
Who are you asking?
You, Mickey. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. What was
my fault. I screwed up Deonte's last name. I forgot to say it, so I didn't want to leave him out. So go ahead, Mickey. I'm sorry.
All right. What was the question again?
When you started playing football, was there a coach or a player that you looked up to?
One of my first coaches, Coach Fisher. That's what I really liked playing defense because of him. He brought the intensity to it. So
yep.
I guess he could be one of them.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why a few years ago I think you decided on wearing number 3 because he wore number 3 for the Storm.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good natural choice there. Growing up, was there a player that you kind of try to model your game after, or is it more just trying to be yourself?
I guess more or less be myself and kind of like be an all-around player, like really just wherever I'm needed, like just play it to 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever I'm needed, put me there, and I got it.
Right. Along the way, was there someone that pushed you along through football, or is that something that you kind of did on your own?
I guess my own, and my parents really were there pushing me through it a lot because a lot of times I was like down, losing a game or something, and they were always there to like push me through it, tell me to get my head up, keep going.
Sure, absolutely. So did you ever, once your high school career wrapped up, did you have any plans of playing football again, or did you think it was kind of done?
I thought it was kind of done. I mean, I thought it could have been a possibility if I was going to go to college, but I really didn't think too much of it. I honestly thought after high school it was over.
Yeah.
So,
believe it or not, you're actually going into year 3 on a team. That's shocking to me in a sense how fast 3 years went. In the 3 years that we've been together, we've been lucky enough to win a lot of games. So it's been an interesting journey the last couple 2-3 years.
It sure has.
Looking back, what has your experience been with the team? Has it been mostly positive?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, the winning's fun, but
Yeah.
just there's a lot of like each game. There's a lot of memories that are created. It's not just the game
Yeah.
itself. It's sideline stuff. It's after the game stuff, before the game stuff. Halftime stuff. Like it's everything like that.
Hey,
It's
Billy.
a lot of memories that are created from each game. Practice. It's not just the game itself. So
Oh, it's definitely the experience and the relationships that you build over the years that you always look back on.
sure.
What are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
I want that ring.
Yeah, that seems to be the standard answer from everybody right now, myself included. And we gotta, as far as I'm concerned, we had a great year last year, but we let an opportunity slip through our hands, and I don't think.
We fell a little too short. After that championship game was a little depressing.
No, and the worst thing is, I don't. I mean, listen, they beat us. I can't take anything away from them, but we were right there. We just took care of our business, and in the end, it should be a learning experience. Being a returning player, what would you tell your new teammates to expect from Mickey?
I mean, no excuses, I guess. Just kind of like show up to practice. Practice.
Yep.
Pretty much it. I mean,
yeah. Outside of football, what are one of your passions?
I don't really know, honestly.
Paying the bills, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I've really focused on football.
Yeah. Last question for you. As Vermont slowly starts to open up, when it starts getting back to, whatever they consider the new normal, what are you most looking forward to being able to do?
Football.
Yeah.
Getting the season. So, I don't know. Just everything getting back to normal. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm ready for everyone to kind of, that hasn't been able to work to get back to work and
that too.
Just try to get through this as safely as possible. So, all right, Mickey, I'm gonna hop over to Deonte Young here real quick, and we'll ask him a few questions. Hey, Deonte, what's up, man?
Not much.
Hey, first of all, thank you for joining me, or us, I should say. This is the first time since we started talking that we actually had an opportunity to talk face to face, even though it's, over the internet. But it's long overdue. Again, thank you for taking a minute. So if you got a few seconds, I'll ask you a few questions. Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Pittsfield
Mm-hmm.
most of my life. So that's really where I've been at.
Mm-hmm. What high school did you play at?
I went to Pittsfield High.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you have after high school? Were you looking to continue to play, or is this just a new opportunity for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I continued. After high school, I went to college for one season.
Yep.
But money situations, I couldn't stay. So
right. Now you went to if memory serves, was it Fitchburg?
Framingham.
Framingham. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. Now you primarily played defensive line there as well.
Yeah, I was D tackle and D end. Those were my two spots.
Mm-hmm. So coming into this year, that's something obviously you're looking to play those two positions.
Yeah.
What as we start moving towards 2020, what do you think you could bring to the team?
I think I'm an athletic. I'm not an extremely big defensive lineman, but I'm a lot more athletic than a lot of offensive linemen. Fast off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I make a lot of plays, so I think I could bring a defensive lineman who can make plays and stuff like that.
No, I agree. I mean, I watched, getting ready for this, I watched some of your film. I was actually impressed. You almost ran like you almost played like a linebacker in a sense that you ran sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
You didn't wait for the game to come to you. You kind of went and got it. Mm-hmm. So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head as far as what you can do. When you started going through, the years after years of football, was there anybody that kind of pushed you along to keep you going, or did that just kind of come from within?
So like I had a lot of like cousins and stuff who played football and stuff through marriage. So they were always in my corner because my family wasn't big in sports, but I had cousins through marriage who were really big in sports, and they were always in my corner pushing me. So I think that's what really drove me to realize that like football is really what I want.
No, it's it's a good thing. I mean, you're definitely one heck of an athlete. We're pretty excited to have you here on the team. During your high school games and practices and everything surrounding it, was there a game or a play that you look back for? You look back to and like, man, that was something I'll never forget.
I think one play I'll always remember is junior year. We were playing this team, Woodstock Academy from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
They had they had a running back and a quarterback. They're brothers. They're supposed to be like these crazy players, and off the ball, already in the backfield, I grabbed the quarterback like 7 yards in the backfield, easy sack, and then he was hurt, and that was probably my favorite play in high school.
Yeah, did that end up on your highlight film? Because I think I know.
That's on I believe that's my sophomore or junior year highlight tape.
Yep, gotcha. I'll have to go back and look at that. Now, fast forwarding to 2020, moving past, your high school career, what are you looking forward to the most joining the Storm this season?
I'm looking forward to winning. All my teams never really won a lot. I didn't get my first winning seasons until I got to college. So I'm looking forward to keep winning.
Yep.
Get a ring, stuff like that.
No, we're in the same boat. I mean, Mickey, we talked about that before we went live. Just there's nothing better than winning, especially when you come from somewhere where you didn't have a lot of winning experience. Because I kind of went through it myself. When I played high school 100 years ago, our best season was I think a 2 to 3 win season, and it stinks losing. I don't regret 1 second of playing football, but I definitely don't like losing. So being able to be part of the Storm and being a traditionally pretty good team. I know when Mickey was looking to join the team, that's one of the first things we talked about. I think there was one season we didn't have a winning season. I think we made the playoffs every year except for one. So we're like 13 out of 14 seasons we made the playoffs. So that's something that we want to continue. Because championship is what we're after here. This offseason, we've had some success of adding some we believe to be pretty talented players to also kind of join us with all the good players that we have there currently. Looking at it, and as far as the interactions you've had, I know it's been limited, but is there one player or players or a group of players that you're looking forward to working with this season?
I know like Levante, Tank, Joe, Trano, I know them. And I know, like, growing up in Berkshire County, like, they were, like,
oh, yeah,
like the best guys here. So I'm like, I definitely want to play with them because I know what they bring to the table. So,
yeah,
I want to play with somebody like that.
No, they're great people, too. I mean, I can't say enough. It's quite amazing, quite honestly, the amount of talent that's come through Berkshire County over the, maybe it's still going on. I don't know. But as far as the guys that we have right now, it's actually quite impressive and very, very thankful for the guys that we have, including yourself. I kind of already asked you this already, but it's kind of another variation of it. But what should your teammates expect out of you when you come into practice?
High energy. I'm never going to back down to nobody in practice. So even if you're supposed to be like, the guy, you have a player in me who's gonna fight back with them, like, you know what I mean? I'm not backing down just because they're you know what I mean? So even on the field, in game, stuff like that, you have a guy who's really high energy, teammate guy. I love seeing my teammates perform well.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So.
No, I think, again, like I was saying before, with your ability to run sideline to sideline, what we do here a lot, and we're lucky to be, have this ability, and Mickey can attest to this, is we're lucky enough to have enough talented players on the defensive line to be able to rotate on a consistent basis, and having someone that like yourself that, is high energy, come second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, they're going to have enough guys like you where they just can't keep up anymore. So, being able to keep everybody fresh and hungry, and quite honestly, if you're going to push them to the edge, you're probably going to win. So let's just, it'll be very exciting to see how this all kind of comes together. What are your passions outside of football?
Honestly, I don't really do anything. Like I just play video games.
Yeah.
That's really it. And I play
Yeah.
a little
Right.
basketball, but
Yeah. Yeah. Right now,
nothing really.
right now it's kind of hard not to do that, with everything that's going on. And luckily, it's starting to get a little bit warmer. And I know some of the guys are getting out there trying to get some work in. As the states normally, slowly start to open up here, Massachusetts, hopefully being one of them. Was there one thing that you're looking forward to doing once you can kind of go back into whatever the new normal is?
I'm looking into bettering my skills. Actually being able, like I can go to the field now, but I'm talking like basketball court wise,
So
that's more yo, come on, I'm on a thing, yo. More bettering my skills, conditioning wise, just becoming a better football player. I'm waiting for, basically that's it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. I think as we start moving towards the season, it'd be really exciting to get to kind of see how everybody kind of fits together, and it should be a fun season with all the the guys that we had on the team before and the guys that we're adding, and just kind of getting to work and winning those football games. So, guys, thank you for coming on, and we'll see everyone soon.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.